Hey everybody, this is Josh Jackson, aka Inu Joshua, back with another unboxing video. This one's a bit of a surprise because I was just stepping outside to take care of some errands and saw two boxes sitting on my door. And what would you know, they ended up being the Metroid Samus Returns Collector's Edition and the two new Metroid Amiibo double pack, which, as of this recording, these aren't officially released until tomorrow, so I'm actually getting them a day early. So, in my excitement, I wanted to make sure to just throw up a quick video opening these up and showing them to you guys. I'm going to start with the game itself. Of course, this is the 3DS copy of the game packaged with a soundtrack, which, as you can see with the artwork, looks similar to the art cell that came at Comic-Con for those who were able to grab that. So, I mean, there's the front and the back. Like, the back actually has this really cool art with, it doesn't have any details on it like most box art does, but it has a special cover with the dreaded not for resale logo that is usually on these collector's editions. Not that anyone ever listens to them, because GameStop, your friends, your local thrift shop would be happy to take them as usual. So let me just try to scrape open these packages, since this plastic likes to fight. There we go. So, opening up the CD, you have the track list off to the side, and you have this really awesome looking CD with the Samus logo. As you can see, it's very shiny with its chrome display. Let me try to get this game open. You know what? I'm just gonna take the easy way out and use my set of keys featuring, for a bonus, the Chibi Robo and the Ibuki Miyota keychain, which were gifted to me by my wife and one of my friends, Jen Holly, respectively. So if you guys happen to be watching, thanks very much for that. It's always appreciated when cool people do cool things for you. So you couldn't really see it when it was in the plastic, but the box art has that holographic shine to it. When we open it up, it has the double-sided Metroid 2 Return of Samus classic Game Boy box art, which this is going to be a surprise to my wife when she gets home, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that in so that she'll be confused by the Game Boy box art in the 3DS case. So if you wanted to see what that looks like in the case, there's that. There's the other side with the actual game details. Obviously, the game's not going to be chrome colored when it actually releases. And for anyone who is curious what the cartridge looks like, there you go. Alright, so with the game out of the way, let's move on to the new Amiibo. So these were officially revealed at E3 this year, kind of as Nintendo likes to often do. It ended up being somewhat of a surprise announcement, because no one knew that the game or the Amiibo existed for the most part, or were in development up until they mentioned it. Not only were they coming out, but they were coming out soon, in just a few months. So here's the new Samus, which is the third Samus Amiibo to be released alongside the launch Smash Brothers set and the Zero Suit Samus that came out later. As you can see, her pose matches her pose from the box art. Lots of detail in her armor. You can kind of see the details in her spine, in the shoulders, all of her different vents and everything on her power suit from the back. And then, of course, you have this awesome pose at the front with all of the different etchings and markings from her power suit all along the front. And when you look at the base, it has the same logo as the CD soundtrack, essentially what's the Samus logo. Moving on from that one, we have the Metroid Amiibo, this is the first time the Metroid itself is being featured. It has a different base with a kind of ground, or like a destroyed lab appearance, which, as you can tell, the pose that it is in looks like it's breaking out of some kind of a test tube, which of course the gameplay and the goal of Samus Returns or Metroid 2 back when it was originally released is a little different, whereas most Metroid games you kind of travel this large map and you kind of go in sequence from boss to boss as you collect new power-ups. This one's a little bit more open-ended, and as usual when it comes to Nintendo sequels, like whenever they have a second numbered game like Zelda 2, Mario 2 here in the US, Metroid 2 is vastly different from the original, where it was more open-ended and your goal was just to hunt down all the Metroids on the map, and you kind of, in the original, you kind of didn't have a clue where they were, so you just had to look blindly. Whereas this one, I don't know if they've made any improvements or any changes to it, but the reviews coming out have been fantastic. So I'm guessing, while the original was kind of tedious back when it came out, I'm guessing this one made some improvements to kind of ease that up based off of the reception. But let's kind of look a little bit more closely. The Metroid itself is, the outer membrane is really squishy, whereas the inside is hard. So it's kind of cool. It gives it a unique feel compared to the rest of the Amiibo, especially since this one's supposed to be more like of a jellyfish. You've got the test tube showing all the cracks and everything, and as if it's tipped over, kind of gives the appearance of a struggle as the Metroid is breaking out. And then of course at the bottom you can see its claws and its kind of outer portion on the bottom of it. So another well-designed Amiibo. They've been really on top of it with the last couple of releases. Probably it's safe to say within the last, maybe throughout this year, all the Amiibo that have been released have been really good. But as always, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed checking out the surprise releases with me, since like I mentioned, I had no idea they were going to appear today, but here we are. As always, make sure to follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, @EnuJoshua. Check out Geekscape.net. We're going to have more articles about these products in more detail on the site later, and in addition to some impressions of the game that I'm going to make sure to write up. So please check those out. Thanks as always for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you like what you're seeing. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave those as well. And thanks so much for watching. All right, bye.